or they try to.
What in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
You're now listening to Music Impulse with Smilez.
Alright, y'all, we back for another episode. It's your boy Smilez, and we back with another episode of the Music Impulse. On this episode, I got a hot spitter, rhymer, straight out of the DFW area, and we add an acting to the credits. We got my guy Juice Leroy in the building. How y'all doing?
Man, doing fantastic, bro. How about yourself, Smile?
Doing good, man. Definitely want to first start off with, met you at the most recent premiere of the King of Dallas movie premiere, shot by our guy Jay Rose. Shout out to Jay Rose doing big things.
100%.
So let's start right there. How did you getting in the movie come to be and everything?
The reason or how I got into King of Dallas specifically through Kitty J. She had offered me an opportunity to be an extra on the film. And I went up there, I guess I killed my extra role, and they offered me an actual supporting cast position. So I just stayed in cahoots and stayed communicating and stayed showing up on time and staying late sometimes and just staying in communication with people, just building that rapport. That's how I got the opportunity and kept the opportunity.
That's dope. Yeah, like we was actually talking about it before we were hit recording, like building rapport and relationships with people is very, very important.
Yeah.
So what was it like doing the process, like actually like learning like lines and all that and being on the set of an actual movie?
Man, I read the whole script from start to finish, and my character has not one line in there, so I didn't have to memorize.
Oh, that's...
Initially, he was supposed to say like a couple of things here and there, but eventually he was like a mute throughout the whole film. So it kind of added almost like this ominous, I guess, feeling to the character too as well, because he doesn't really do any talking, just more action.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to memorize anything, but I did have to be in character, facial expressions, watch movies like 300 and whatnot, and just get into character. And just have the whole tone and the attributes of a warrior or an assassin.
Yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah, because you gotta stay focused. You can't be like laughing or getting distracted or whatever from the scenes. So yeah, that's super dope. So you looking to try to do some more stuff now that you kind of the acting bug now?
Oh yeah, 100%. As long as the opportunities present themselves, or if I come across any and it makes sense, I'm gonna move on it.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Because I know I tried to go to the second premiere, but I couldn't make that one. But I definitely can't wait till it hit all the streaming platforms and all that to check it out. So I definitely want to make sure the folks, y'all definitely need to go check out that King of Dallas movie. I saw the first one that Jay Rose did a couple years ago. I forgot what the name of it, but I remember I went to that
Wonderful Plight.
Yeah, Wonderful Plight. Yeah, Wonderful Plight. Yeah, I was like, I remember going to that one, the first one, and I thought it was super dope. So to see the things that Jay Rose has been doing, because he was one of the first artists, producers that I met when I first moved here to Dallas, because I first heard about him because I was on the Team Social Death with Dondria, that artist that Jermaine Dupri had at the time. Yeah. And she had a song that was produced by Jay Rose. And I was like, oh, he's from Dallas. Let me look him up. And then I know he came out with a book. And I remember when he had the book at the time, I was living in Oak Cliff, and when I ordered it, he actually came to like my apartment and delivered it. And I was like, oh shit, I was expecting it in the mail. He was like, nah, like this is my neck of the woods. He was like, so like I knew where you was at, so he's like, I'm hand delivering it. So from that point, I was like, yo, I don't care what this dude do. I'm supporting him. The fact that he hand delivered a book I bought from him was I thought that was just real 100% for him to do that.
No, it is. It definitely is. Mm-hmm. That's the type of stuff that make a lasting impression.
Yep.
I was just having a conversation with my partner. He was asking me, how did I want to grow as an artist? Mm-hmm. Do I want to do it organically or through, just straight advertisement, basically online presence? And I was telling them that I think it's important, of course, both, just to be not politically, but it is just good to do both because you get to reach more people. But I think it's really more impactful whenever you get to meet somebody in the physical and you get to actually feel their energy and it's transferred. And that's what's lasting. You can get their attention online, but if you want to have an impact and something lasting, like you were just explaining, that's where the connection and the stickiness comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, for sure. But yeah, to kind of go back for folks that may not know who you are, let everybody know like who's Juice Leroy as a rapper, as a person, all that. How'd you get started?
Indeed. So just going by Juice. Going forward, I'm just Juice. Fort Worth, Texas. I grew up in Everman. At 9, we moved there from Ennis, Texas, originally out in the country. Okay. But Fort Worth raised me, and I started rapping because my mama and my daddy split, and I became depressed. And this was one way of me. Now, this is the way that I actually, got out of my cocoon of whatever and became the man that I'm becoming. So music is an outlet for me of healing. So every time that I rap, no matter what I'm talking about, it's always some jewels in there of healing.
Yeah.
Or something for growth.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. 'Cause I know I first heard of you with the Juice God project that you did with Rakim Al-Jabbar a couple years ago, because I was at some kind of local Dallas conference or something like that, and they introduced y'all because they had Rakim speak at something, and he was just like, yo, like, got this new project out with my man Juice right now, like, y'all go check that out, Juice God. And I'm like, okay. And then I remember seeing him at another event, and after that he was again promoting the project, and I was like, let me finally check this out. So I checked out the project, and I was like, okay, this is super dope. I was like, okay. I was like, they doing their thing. But I hadn't personally met either one of y'all, but I was like, okay, I'll post this project at least. And then I remember just at least following him and seeing his music, and then hearing more about you, like, because I went back and heard that Trappy Chan project of yours, and I was like, oh, this shit is fire. Like, I was actually listening to it again, because again, it had been a couple years since I listened to it. I was like, I forgot how dope this project was.
Nah, man, for sure. Yeah. I went back and listened to it as well. I appreciate it.
Yeah. But was that your first project? I know that was like the earliest that I found. Was that your like first real project?
Yeah, that was the first project I put out as Juice Leroy, for sure.
Okay, that was dope.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So talk to us about the whole thought process behind that, and like naming it Trappy Chan, because I like how it was kind of like listening to a movie. It literally was like each song, it was like if you can imagine a movie, like you got the starting off like, I think I'm the shit, maybe like the main character got like some relationship issues. You had the couple of lady tracks, and then you got the success, like, hey, I'm going up, continuing on. So what was the whole thought process behind that? Because that's a great first project right there.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it. That is how I write my songs in general. Maybe everyone is, I don't know, but my vividness and my imagination, whenever it comes to my lyric, I see it and then profess it. Mm-hmm. So I can see, I guess I'm just talking what I can see in my head. So maybe that's why it come out like that, like movie sense wise. Mm-hmm. I love English, love writing. I mean, you got to have your attention grabber, your intro, your body, your climax, and all those other elements. So I just apply all of that into my creativity, from the writing to the structure of a project. And that's kind of how I go when it comes to the structure. Trappy Chan itself was just a statement to let motherfuckers know I'm here, and shit. Yeah, that's it. Just let motherfuckers know I'm here, and it's something different. It's something different.
Yeah, especially especially with songs like Exquisite, the main song Trappy Chan was like okay, like he out here, and then again like you got the ladies track with Deserve and all that, so it was like okay, it's like he came in here spitting for real.
Yeah, I try to touch well, not all audiences, but whoever I'm trying to touch, I'm trying to touch them. So if I put anything out, it's intentional. I'm intentionally trying to touch that person. It's not always the same person I'm trying to touch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I am working on the reach, just having that range, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. And then lyrically, it came to me. I wanted to ask you who are like some of your favorite rappers to listen to growing up, because to me it was like you sound like you could say, hey, I'm from East Coast, or like I'm from like Midwest or whatever. It was like, because your sound doesn't really sound like Southern to me, but I love that you rep like, hey, yeah, I'm 214 DFW. Make sure you let it be known throughout your music. So who were like your influences growing up as far as music wise?
Yeah, of course, Tupac, Outkast,
okay,
UGK. I actually didn't grow up listening to any East Coast at all until I was like 16. I didn't really listen to anybody from the East Coast. Jay-Z, I think, was the first person I listened to, named Biggie.
Yeah, that's what I hear from a lot of Southern people just in general when I first moved here, because I was coming from Ohio, so I'm an East Coast Midwest mainly guy. But I remember like one specific conversation in general. Old coworker, he from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I forgot how it got it, but I was talking like, yo, like Jay-Z's the best. He was like, nah, bro. He was like, Boogie's the best. So I was like, what? But when he told me like, he was like, bro, you gotta understand. He was like, I'm from the South, like I'm from Louisiana. He was like, then Hurricane Katrina, like I moved here, to Dallas, and he was like, so all I know was niggas from Louisiana and the South and Texas and stuff. And he was like, I didn't grow up listening to no Jay-Z's, no Nas's. He was like to me, he's like, I don't get it. He's like, it just don't. He's like, to me, he's like, the niggas that I love, the niggas that I consider the best are like, the Bootsy's, the UGKs and all that. I was like, oh wow. And then he kind of just put me on. That's when I started like listening to more Southern artists. I'm like, oh, these niggas was actually like saying stuff. It was like, oh, like, cause me coming from the East Coast, all I really knew was like the Bootsy and Webby like main hits, like the stuff that we all heard on the radio. But starting to listen to like the projects and the album, I'm like, oh, these niggas was actually like saying some shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. They on there talking that talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I had never heard a whole UGK album until I moved here.
Man, nah, for sure. Somebody had to introduce me to it.
Yeah, I was like, all I knew was Free Pimp C. I'm like, I don't know who this Pimp C dude is, but free him, because that's all Bun B say on every track.
No, for sure. Shoot, that was definitely a campaign. You was here for the campaign? Was you here when Pimp C was still alive?
I moved here like because I moved here 2011. Was he still alive 2011? I think he was. I think he was still alive 2011. I think so. I can't remember.
Maybe so. Maybe right before. I don't remember either.
Yeah, but I was like,
yeah.
But once I really like got hip to him and learned like, oh, he produced a lot of the UGK stuff, and like hearing his features, I was like, oh, this nigga is nice. Because even like one of my homies, he's actually from Detroit, but he was actually already a UGK fan because he's like a Project Pat fan and UGK fan, Pimp C, and he was like, yeah, bro, because he said like his uncles and older cousins put him on. He was like, yeah, Pimp C produced a lot of the UGK stuff, bro. He was like, I've been a fan of that nigga.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
That nigga was a great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people lyrically, they ain't really where I'm from my perspective. A lot of people lyrically had put Bun B over Pimp C, but whenever I got older, it's not that I put Pimp C over Bun B lyrically, but his impact and his influence was greater.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's what I see. Like a lot of the other rappers, they say Pimp C a lot. Like, yeah, like Bun's like the uncle. Like, yeah, like I know I can hit up Uncle Bun, but like as far as influencing wise, like it was Pimp C.
No, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And
Speaking of,
shout out to Bun B and Trillburger. We definitely need to get one of those in Dallas.
I just had one. I just came from Houston yesterday. I stopped at Trillburger before I came back to Dallas.
Oh, how was it?
Delicious.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
suggest people to go. They had the triple OG specials or something like that.
Oh yeah, because from them photos I be seeing of everybody trying them burgers, I'm like, oh, things look delicious.
Yeah, now they good. They good.
Yeah.
Good hospitality too. Clean. Well, ventilated spot. It's dope. I like it.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Super dope. Also, speaking of hospitality, the one thing I love about since I moved here to Texas, Southern hospitality is definitely real. I didn't believe it until I got down there. I was like, oh, people just in general are overall just nice.
Man, it's not like that back home.
Not really like East Coast, people are just more like, hey, to themselves, like don't really talk. It's like down here, it's like, oh, people just seem like just more happy and willing to say hi just when you walking down the street or something.
Yeah.
I learned just in Texas, just don't mess with their guns or talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah, looking like. Nah, for sure. The guns for sure. Cowboys, it varies.
Yeah, because I'm a Cowboys fan because my dad grew up a Cowboys fan, so I'm a Cowboys fan just like my dad. So I thought it was gonna be way more Cowboys fans down here than it is. When I moved, people were like, "Oh no, like I'm an Eagles fan. Oh no, I'm a Steelers fan. Oh, like I'm a Saints fan." I'm like,
all that. Them exactly the main ones too that you might hear out here. The rivals.
And because I always like to ask people like, "You're a Steelers fan?" And like, I remember it was like a lady, she was like in her 70s, 80s, and she was like, yeah, all my family was born and raised here in Texas. I was like, but you're a Steelers fan? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I can't stand them cowgirls.
Man.
I was like, I don't get it, but you grew up here.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, my papa like that too. My papa and my uncle.
Yeah, but I'm so surprised at some people who are not Cowboys fans than I thought. But it's awesome, them super diehards. Yeah, I was like,
I rep for the home team. I'm gonna ride with them, win, lose, no matter what.
Yeah,
I ain't crazy though.
Yeah, I was like, cause it's some folks that's crazy, and I'm like, no, they're gonna lose. Like, no, he's not a good player. Yeah. That's how I tell people. I'm a realist when it comes to being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my hopes up.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're going 6-0. I'm like, oh no, we might go like 9-7. Oh, like 10-6. We ain't going 6-0.
Man, they could. They just gotta apply themselves, man. You can't slack at all. Don't get too overzealous. Stay in the game. Go hard the whole time, every second. Don't get too fancy. They just, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so we'll see what we do this year. I'm hoping for some goodness.
Yeah, me too. Because I see if however it goes, the way I look at it, if they doing good, the attention is out here, and then that can just bring more of a shine to whoever else that got something else going on out here, and everybody else that has something going on. If they, I guess, strike while the iron is hot.
Like you said, like everything working together, like you said earlier, with the sports, the media, the everything going on in the city, bring shine light on the city.
Straight up.
Yeah. Another thing I definitely want to shine light on is the Juice God again, like the Juice God project. Tell me how'd that come to be? Working on that project.
Yeah. So me and Rakim had already been talking about doing a project together. And then it resurfaced through a conversation we had with Rod Rules, or Roger Three Ways it goes by now, the owner of This or That Dallas.
Okay, yeah, I saw you post that you was with them yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I went to H-Town with. But he had asked us if we were interested in doing a project together, and then he basically executively produced it and got a studio. We worked on it, knocked it out in a little bit of no time, and we just worked and put it out. And now we still doing a show. We got another one about to come up. We just had one last month at the end of the month, and we think we're gonna have one like in October or something like that. We're waiting to see. I'm not sure though. Waiting on the detail.
Oh yeah, but yeah, y'all definitely been on a roller ever since y'all dropped the project. Because again, that's how I first heard of both of y'all. So I was like, okay, who's these two? It was okay, Juice God, and I was like, and then just learning like yeah, you were the Juice and he was the God part, and then listening to y'all lyrics, I'm like, oh, like these niggas is like rapping. I was like, I love a good rapper in my eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's forbidden.
Yeah, and then y'all got the song like "Don't Give Up" with Jason Lyric. You got Chick Brion, Slim Gravy. Roger Rules on the All Praise. So I was like, definitely love that. What was like your favorite song off the project, or like you got a couple that's your favorites or your standouts?
I like the All Praise. How we go back and forth on that. That was like the funnest song that we created. We just went in. We just went back and forth, literally, in the studio. We ain't write nothing. We just, I go, then he'll go, or he'll go, I go. I'm gonna go again, and he'll go twice. We ain't really structured. We just went in and just had fun with it. It was the funnest one. Probably my favorite. I mean, for that reason. Favorite. High Fashion. I like that. I love the feel of that. It's kind of a big record.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what's that song with Slim Gravy on it?
Oh, and it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the verse is on there. The potency. It's dope. So yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, because
I love the whole thing.
Yeah, I was like, it's a dope project overall. So like, if y'all want to do a Juice God too, just saying.
Yeah, we already talking.
Oh, see, yeah, like we
already working, really.
Yeah, the streets. We need a Juice God too.
Man, everything is working the way it's supposed to. We getting everything aligned.
Okay, yeah, that's dope to hear. It's dope to hear. And definitely want to let the folks know, like, if y'all not have checked out Rakim's Big Baby Thanos project, very dope project. Probably that project is definitely just all rappers. I don't know, mainstream, local. Definitely is one of my top 5 projects for the year. Just rappers in general.
Law of Detachment as well.
Yep. Oh yes, I definitely love that project. He put on a very dope event for the release party or whatever that he had. That was a dope little event. I couldn't stay long, but the little bit I did check out was dope. But yeah, definitely check out that project. Check out the episode that I got with him also promoting the project. Go back into the Music Impulse archives and check that out earlier this year. But back to you. You released this year a project, No White Rice. So talk about the growth, you would say, just not only from lyrically but just personally from Trappy Chan to No White Rice, and then just going to like the whole process and the thought process behind it.
Well, the growth.
Juice lead with another jam, you can jam up your ram, sucker. Fist on the rim like a plan at the ruckus. Twist up my hands and I blend with my cousins. Fam and the man made a plan in the huddle, and we put our palms together like Slim, little brother. Now the flow wet, I was playing in the puddle. Off with your head, brought it back to the murder. Triple OG with the duck sauce. Duck sauce, duck sauce, duck sauce, duck sauce. Used to be mean as fuck, y'all. Fuck y'all, fuck y'all, fuck y'all, fuck y'all. Keep it low key, keep it ducked off. Ducked off, ducked off, ducked off, ducked off. Triple OG with the duck sauce. Triple OG on triple OG. On triple OG, little low me, he be low key. I keep it on me, I swear. If he gon' reach, nigga gon' see Mary Bo Peep. I put that on Jesus bread. Rate me out, please, it's been all week. I been off key, grandmama, I need some prep. My people gon' eat, need the whole thing, not a little piece. Whoever said life was fair? Had to pull a couple strings like I'm working with a fiddle. Ain't nobody notice I'm the leader in the middle. You might need a boat to flow the ripples in my riddles. From the atheist, the Holy Ghost, the living niggas down the fatal. don't mention me, I'm on a living in a new dimension. Rather sipping on a palmer with a bitch and speaking French. We can kick it like a punter if we speaking getting richer. What is in way that a woman, I can tell you it's a different. I'm the biggest on the corner like a North Korean missile. I can give it how you want it like a specialty deliver. I'm here to pick a boner to who really with the issue. We can get up out the phone and meet or make this shit official. The illest in the counter from the south to the west. I kick it with the billies but I bounce to the left. I'm here to represent it for the ones that did it wrong. Now I like to introduce you niggas to the throne. Triple OG with the duck sauce.
It's BA, Black IRS, aka Black Wall Street in the building.
This is E-Ray, the quasi bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, Peen Malenko. Of course, the American cream, Brody Loads.
And I am your pod guy, your pod tribal chief, the boy A-Dub in the building. And this is Let Me Book the Territory, the greatest four-man wrestling podcast known to mankind.
Absolutely. And you can catch us now on Inaudible Ruckus Presents. And we'll be here every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're ready for it, to sweet me when you see me and let the madness run wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the experimentation of the songs, the more intentional on what I was trying to do, basically, who I was trying to reach. Like I said, with Trappy Chan, I was just letting motherfuckers know I'm in the door. And even with No White Rice, I ain't letting people know I'm in the door, but it's a segue to another project in our actuality. Okay. No White Rice is. So it's setting up a play for something else that's going to take place. With No White Rice, the reason that I dropped it in all honesty is for my daughter. So she was just born. It was her first birthday. And I had told myself I was going to drop a project on her birthday. I ain't care how much time I had. I ain't care about nothing. I just knew I wanted to make that promise and keep that promise to myself.
Okay.
And I fulfilled it for that purpose, because I want to have that mark on her calendar and just keep it going in the cycle. That keep me on pace and whatnot as well. But that's the significance of No White Rice to me. And No White Rice really means just be yourself. Don't do anything plain Jane. Whenever I eat my rice, I don't like it just plain Jane. I like to put some spices on it, some flavors, some sauces or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what No White Rice is. I don't want to do nothing regular like everybody else or say the same thing. And I always hear people complain about it, like the fans and whatnot, everybody rapping the same, money, drugs, hoes. So if you listen to No White Rice, I'm not talking about money, drugs, and hoes. I'm talking about everything other than that. And even in Trappy Chan, I mentioned it here and there, but still, it's all about the consciousness, or the perspective, rather. It's really just the perspective is what I provide, my perspective. I just take a different perspective talking about the same thing.
Yeah. I know, like, one of the standout tracks to me was Overseas. I definitely like that, how you were basically like just speaking to a youngster that was like ready to get in the game, like oh, well, come on, you said you was ready, like, come on, what's up?
Think twice. Think twice, young man. If you want to take that rap, this is usually how it goes. Now, I mean, that's a familiar story to most people. I mean, that happened, and I actually, it's based on true events too, so.
Yeah, I definitely thought that the whole thing with that, I was like, oh, this is different. I was like, because again, like, it was like you were talking to like someone directly. It's just, like, more than just like you were rapping. It was like kind of like a story. So I was like, oh, I was like, this is pretty cool. Again, showing like your growth and diversity and how you rhyme and everything. So I definitely love that.
Thank you.
One of my other favorites, because I wasn't expecting, was Believe, with Eric. Not Believe, I mean Baptized with Aradon.
Yeah.
Because Aradon is definitely one of my top 5, maybe even top 3 favorite rappers in like all of DFW personally. Yeah, because my nigga's like lyrically amazing. I know he works hard. He puts out a lot of music. So
a lot of content.
Yeah.
He just put out a lot of content, man.
Yeah, so how Baptized come to be?
Man, I was in a Red Bird Mall one time, and we just happened to be in the same store at the same time. And I told him, man, I got this verse for this song. If you open for it, I can send it to you. I did. He came over to the crib when I was staying on Oak Cliff at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Came in, he took that hoe, chopped it up for a few minutes, and then he dipped. So shit, it was like a 1-2, quick 1-2. He's in and out, but we of course be in cahoots. But yeah, that's how it went though.
Yeah, that was dope to hear. I was like, hold on, wait, is that Air Don? I had to like pause it and like bring it back real quick. I was like, oh shit, this one like Air Don spitting.
Man, and it's because I don't think that I've done a song with him that I put out before, so I wanted to do that too. Show other people that I'm working with versus Rakim, of course. Mm-hmm. So that's just somebody else that I fuck with, and I don't see a lot of people like giving them praise or validation or anything. So I want to help however I can. That's my nigga. So she ain't go hard like you said, and like I know as well. Shit, so it plus for work too.
And then I also want to highlight another joint that y'all got that I love that he got the Allah is Great one with you, Aradon, Megazar, Rakim, and Paris Deshawn. I was like, I definitely think that was dope. Y'all all just spitting back to back, and I was like, this is ill.
Nah, that was a dope experience too.
Mm-hmm. So I
So
I definitely want to tell people to also. Y'all need to do a video for that one. I was like, because each of y'all individual all doing your own thing and just spitting hot fire on that joint. I was like, okay. I was like, this is fire.
No, big time.
Yeah, but shout out to Aradon and everybody else on that track. What else I wanted to highlight? Oh yeah, the current joint that you promoting, stargazing. I love that, you're like praising a woman and all that. So, what was the thought process behind that one?
Man, so at the time, I had the mother of my child in the studio with me, and I had just found out that my ex-girlfriend was fucking my cousin. So I was like, man, I'm gonna write about this shit. So I wanted to show that I was.
Yeah, because you did say that. Yeah, because you did say that because you was it Stargaze you spoke about that or Baptized? Cause I do remember the cousin line.
It was Stargaze.
Yeah,
Stargaze.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was just giving the balance, like shit, appreciation of a woman, and that's the type of stuff that we really into, astrology and whatnot. Just chopping it up, really. And so yeah, that's really what a nigga be on. So I was just putting that shit in the song, and I was just talking about some shit a nigga was really going through at the time.
Yeah, because when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's so you did to hear you say that it was real. I was like, oh, that's wild.
I still love my cousin. That's my nigga.
Yeah. But yeah, because especially because Baptized is right after, because I'm like, oh yeah, like stargazing, like you telling the story, like everything, like praising them. But I was like Baptized, and I was like I'm spitting in their faces. I was like, but that was like that's the the duality of like sometimes like.
Yeah, because even on Baptized though, when I say I'm spitting in a bitch face, I'm spitting in the bitches that's trying to come up on niggas, the bitches that's shiesty or just gold diggers. Basically, they have no pure intent in them at all. Them the bitches I'll spit in your face. But then on the opposite end, a woman or however, whatever she want to label herself as, goddess or whatever, shit, I'm gonna treat them with utmost dignity. Shit, I didn't get a bitch a chance until she crossed. And then when she crossed, then that's where you at.
Yep. And then, what else I wanted to ask? Oh, so also because you got the different acts. One, the game. I was like that was surprising to hear the game get the shout out. How'd that come to be?
Man, reached out on Instagram. Shit.
Oh.
Paid them. Let's be honest. Paid them. Paid them to advertise me. That's what happened.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, oh, okay. He was like, hey, this is the game.
No, it was paid. I paid him to listen to the song. I ain't pay him to like the song because we still have conversations even right now. So I did it to establish a relationship. That's why I did it. I ain't really give a damn about being shouted out, my brother. To be all the way honest. My whole thing was establishing a relationship and learning a business. So once I learn it, I can also pass that game down to my people.
Oh, that's dope.
So,
that's dope.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, especially because I thought it was a nice kind of like jump into the next joint, peeping through my window, because it kind of made me like, I was like, oh, I feel like this is like a song I could hear like on the West Coast from like a West Coast rapper.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I'm supposed to have on another song. I'll be all the way honest. I just ain't trying to speak too premature.
Oh yeah, it's like you never know how things can go. But
Yeah,
but then you went into Act 2. I seen a UFO. So this is where I was like, okay, I definitely want to talk to you about this. So did you really see a UFO? Because especially you got the government this week talking about how aliens and UFOs are real and all that. So you believe in aliens and all that?
Shit, you want me to be honest?
Oh yeah, go right.
At 9 years old, the first time I seen a UFO. I seen a UFO like a disc, like a black or dark silverish, grayish looking disc with strobe lights around it, like yellow, red. Let me see. I'll just remember yellow, red, maybe green or blue, one of those. Anyways, it was just spinning and it was just standing in place. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know what a UFO was at the time.
Yeah.
I just seen something in the sky. My cousin actually seen it first. They pointed at it. Ooh, what's that? We all looked up and just watched it. It just spun. It didn't do anything. It didn't move. It didn't go nowhere. My cousin started running. I took out running. That was the first time I seen it. That was the first time I seen a UFO. It's probably like 15 seconds. Seen it, 10 or 15 seconds. But I also just recently seen one. I seen a video like early July. Seen something over by my crib.
Hey,
my mama, my brother, my nephew, all of them. We all was out here.
Oh yeah, see, because I was like, hey, we got all these shows and movies and stuff about them. I was like, it gotta be some kind of truth to all the talk. And then I remember,
I don't know what. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, the rapper Prodigy. I remember him telling a story like years ago, before he passed, about how he saw aliens, and I was like, yo, if gangster, not gangster rap, but like Prodigy, who like, nah, I seen some shit. I seen some aliens outside the crib before. I was like, hey, if he could say it, I was like, them things got to be real.
No, for sure. I can't speak for anybody else's experience, but yes, I have seen. I ain't seen no aliens, but I have seen just flying objects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some experience with that.
Yeah, so I was like, I've definitely been enjoying this news and talking this week, even when people was like, oh, okay, they said in the government, but we already knew that. In fact, like a lot of people just like, oh, I already knew that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, since I was a kid, I've seen it. So seeing it on the news and stuff like that, now, I'm not really excited. If it was like 10 years ago, I'd be like, man, they own it. But now I'm like, shit, I don't know. It don't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, that's how I know. A lot of people are just like, yeah, it's like, okay, all right, I'm going about my day.
They acting like it's the first, but they acting like it's the first time that the government has exposed or said that they had either biological beings or that they had some actual objects or crafts. And it's not the first time. They've been doing this since like the 30s, 40s, Project Blue Beam, and all them other things that they've been doing. Project Blue Book, I mean. But regardless, they've been saying something, so I don't know why the people acting brand new. Like it's something new. It's not anything new. They've been doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Hey, posters, like, okay, whatever. All right, so keep it pushing.
Yeah, that's why it's not as. That's why it's not hitting the same, but it is still dope.
Yeah,
that they doing it. I guess I don't know why they doing it though. If they saying something, it must be for a reason. I don't know why though.
Yeah, like,
if they don't want you to know the game, they ain't gonna admit to it.
Yeah, they would. They would not have let that clip get out.
Nah, for sure.
Because they all over the internet, so they definitely would have stopped it from hitting the internet if it was something. But yeah, anything else you got? So what's next for you? You still promoting the project? Got any more videos coming out? What's up next for you?
Yeah. So my Triple OG Duck Sauce song, still pushing that, still getting good reception from that. Pushing, of course, No White Rice. Got a show, like I said, with Rakim in October. Got a movie dropping in October or November called Mojo Savage. I'm a leading star in that movie.
Okay.
And Rakim Abdul is also the leading star. So we both have a leading role in this next film that's coming out. Shot by directed by Alexander Black.
Okay.
Shot by TK Film.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. Like that also helps, keep pushing the project and everything y'all got going on too.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Got that. Got videos. Like I got overseas. I got the video for overseas, and it's a movie. It's a movie.
Okay, I can't wait to see that.
Drop that.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to drop it.
Yeah, I was
we figuring out a game plan on how we want to just do it. We ain't just trying to just drop it. So we figuring out how to do it, how we want to do it.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I got more content. I'm working on a project currently with my brother / producer. Go by Blue. Blue Magic Beat Co. is his company.
Okay.
I'm just in motion, brother, and growing. And I'm a father, so my daughter. Whenever I'm not creating music, I'm with my daughter.
Oh yeah.
But when I'm not, doing something to enrich our lives, I'm with my daughter.
Yeah, I love that. Which actually reminded me of something that me and my friends were talking about recently. I'm not a father, but like my friends that do have kids, we were talking about how it just seems like our generation, just in general, the men promote being fathers way more than like the previous generation, and like love. And I was like, I have noticed that a lot of people that I know that they love promoting, like, yo, I'm a father. I love taking care of my kids. I love being with my kids. It don't matter if I'm with my child's mother, or if I'm married with her, or whatever, or just girlfriend, boyfriend, and all that, whatever. Have you noticed that yourself? Because I even talked about that with Star and Saint Rose. I was like, I love the fact that they always promoting that they always with their kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now I have me and my partners, my inner circle, we talk about the same thing because we noticed it as well. But all my partners are like that too. We had absent fathers, but I don't know what the difference is and why we are the way that we are. I was gonna add what you think the difference might be, but I don't know why it's different. I just know I'm glad to be a pops, man, but I do notice that there's a lot of young men that are with their babies. Even if they look like they struggling, they still got their children with them.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, they ain't giving up. They ain't just shunning them or putting them off. People are actually, stepping forward and doing what they can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I was like, I think it's just really we just want to be better than the previous generation and just learn, like, hey, I don't want my child to grow with the same, maybe frustrations. Like, you can still struggle. Like, again, you may still struggle, but at least like issues or the frustrations that I had of not seeing my pops around. So I don't want my daughter to see that, or I don't want my son to see that and whatnot. Because even like my friends that got like daughters, they really just like, hey, I just want to teach my daughter to not deal with a fuck nigga like I was growing up.
That's good motivation. That's a good starting point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a few homies that have said they're like, yo, I just want to teach my daughter like the point of all the game. Like, no, your dad did that. No, don't listen to that nigga. He bullshitting.
Nah, say a bullshit nigga would. I ain't saying bullshit nigga would.
Yeah.
A bullshitter would know a bullshitter.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely been dope. Seeing a lot of our generation just love being fathers. So shout out to all the men that's fathers and taking care of the kids. So I love that.
That's one of my highlights. That is my highlight. That shit make me happier than anything. Nothing even compares. Not even close. Nothing besides my grandmama or my mother.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing compares. Money, my own bread don't even compare to the feeling I get with my daughter, the euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
My breath like right underneath it, on everything.
I love that. I love that. Just to kind of end it off, just a couple of little fun questions. What any songs that you can think of that just remind you of like happy times or fun times when you was a child? Any songs that when it come on, you just like, yeah, that was the joint when I was younger growing up.
Like right now,
Yeah.
just like old song.
Yeah.
Man, I was just talking about this like unpredictable album, Mystical, that dropped. That smoking song that he got on there.
Yeah.
Mr. Ice Cream, man.
Okay. Yep.
Back that ass up. Fun times.
Yeah.
Good time around that time as a kid.
Yeah.
I think it was like some of the ones off the top of my head. If I hear him, he gonna automatically feel good.
Yeah.
It's too many, man. I'm a music guy.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. What about anything that you currently listen to besides yourself, or if you are? 'Cause I know some artists say like, "Hey, I don't really like to listen to other music when I'm creating." Or is there anybody right now you currently listening to?
Right now, I'll be all the way honest, I'm listening to a lot of different people. Usually, I am that person that says I'm not listening to anyone because I usually don't. But I have been learning that the game is, I always know it's always changing, but it's changing more frequently, and it's more fast and up tempo as far as the transition of sounds and the new trends in music and all of that. So I stay up to date. So I do listen to a lot of different people, JID, Rallo Rodriguez, Central C, Future Thug, Earth Gang. I listen to a range of different things, and even outside of hip hop itself. But if we speaking as hip hop, those are some of the hip hop artists that I listen to.
Oh yeah, like who's outside of hip hop that you listen to?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Peabo Bryson.
Okay.
Confunction. Outside of Michael Jackson. We were just listening to Smokey Robinson.
Okay.
Album. Who else are we listening to? Man, so many people, bro.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Basically, 60s, 70s, 80s artists that from the pop to the whatever they call that 80s music. I guess it's pop music.
Yeah. Last question. Nice little fun question. Kind of go with the whole Trappy Chan, no white rice thing. What's your go-to Chinese order?
Man, my go-to is this what's this spot I heard, man? They got like this mixed vegetable like soup kind of. It got a whole bunch of different vegetables in it, all kind, and it got like a brown stew that it's in. That stuff is delicious. Sunny Thai out here in Arlington.
Okay.
That's what it is. That shit is delicious. So that's my go-to. Mixed vegetables. I eat more vegetables than I eat consume meat.
Okay.
But I do have my share of meat, just more vegetables though, for sure.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So you trying to live a nice, clean, healthy life. I love it.
Balance.
Yeah,
balance.
Yeah. That's what I tell people. I was like, it's the balance. Cause I say all the time, I was like, I can have a salad for lunch, but then for dinner, I'm like, I'm about to go hit a Wingstop and go get me a 10-piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
balance.
Yeah,
there's a time and a place.
So it's all about. That's what I said. Life is all about balance right now.
Yeah. Like keeping it moderate. Just keep it moderate.
Yep. But other than that, you can let the folks know like all your social medias and where they can find you and all that, and then we can wrap it up. Okay,
indeed. Juice Leroy on all social media platforms. That's JUIS as in Sam ELEROY. Juice Leroy on Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, Facebook. My website, juiceleroy.com. YouTube, Juice Leroy, $, Spotify, Juice Leroy. Place the S with $.
Yeah.
And all the streaming platforms, it's the $, instead of just the S.
Okay, so. Cool, sure. Well, appreciate you taking the time to do this for me, bro. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week and all that. And this has been another episode of the Music Impulse, and we out.
Peace. Get the air.